Alrighty, what is up you guys? Welcome to a really epic video. I am really hyped for this. Oh my gosh, I read this before actually making this video, and right before we get into this, can we get 50 likes? I don't know if it's actually too much for me to ask, but like, it just shows me that you guys are interested in the content that I create, and it really helps my channel out, and I'd really appreciate that. Excuse me. Now without further ado, let's get right into this. So I'm going to be reading the summary of the Revival of F opening. And yeah, let's do this. So I'll be reading this off an article, and I'm going to leave it in the description below, so if you want to go and open it up right now and read it with me, then yeah, do so right now. So let's begin. The scene opens on a flashback to Namek as Goku delivers his "I am the Super Saiyan" speech. Mecha Frieza winces in indignation and disgust. The scene changes to Trunks, who declares that Frieza has made a miscalculation because there's another Super Saiyan standing in front of him. Frieza mutters Super Saiyan to himself as he recalls being first rent in twain on Namek, then being sliced, dust, and incinerated on Earth. Mecha Frieza awakens with a start. A look of fear quickly replaced by an expression of annoyance as he finds himself in hell, in a pod suspended from a tree. All around him, cute critters make an incessant infernal racket. The scene shifts to outer space, where on one of Frieza's ships, Sorbet receives a report that the rebellion by the native inhabitants of Planet 448 is too fierce to contain. He orders reinforcements, but is told that other forces are already occupied with fights on other planets, so only a few can be sent. Cursing through gritted teeth, he orders a retreat. Sorbet stomps away and plops down into the commander's chair. He activates his scouter, asking if any other planets with Namekian survivors have been found. However, none have, in spite of their many spy cameras. In that case, says Sorbet, they'll just have to go to Earth. After all, he orders Togoma, who is standing nearby to ready a ship for the two of them. The two of them will be going together. Togoma is surprised that Sorbet himself will be gone. Of course I am, Sorbet retorts, because Lord Frieza will be coming back to life. On Earth, Gohan and Videl are showing off a baby Pan to Piccolo, when suddenly the sky goes dark. Piccolo immediately, notices that Shenron has been summoned. Elsewhere, Tien and Chaozu pause their farm work, and Krillin stops in the middle of riding up a punk on a motorcycle to wonder if Pilaf and his company are up to something. Shenron has indeed been summoned, and before him stands Sorbet, Togoma, and the Pilaf trio, who are still children of course. Shenron tells them to state their desire, for he will grant any wish. Pilaf invites Sorbet to do so, while Mai, under her breath, questions the wisdom of letting them have a wish with the Dragon Balls they work so hard to collect. Pilaf shoots back that they have no choice, and to keep quiet. Sorbet asks for the dragon to resurrect Lord Frieza, but Shenron remains silent. Sorbet asks what's wrong almost immediately. He can grant any wish, right? The dragon says that it is indeed possible, but that person's mortal body was cut into pieces quite a long time ago, and cannot be brought back to life. It would be meaningless for his soul to return to it as it is. Sorbet is briefly troubled by the news, but Togoma suggests that the recovery chambers currently used by the forces might be able to revive him. His concerns allayed, Sorbet shouts out, "Hey, I don't care if he's in pieces, just revive him already." The dragon is displeased with his high and mighty demeanor, but he has no choice. He does as he is bidden, and Shenron's eyes begin to glow. Frieza suddenly vanishes from his pod in hell, and reappears in chunks, which land before Sorbet. "Where am I?" wonders Frieza, as Piccolo and Gohan sense a familiar key. Frieza briefly tries to pull himself together, before falling to pieces once more. These are the senses of a living body. If nothing else, this isn't hell. The Pilaf trio recoil at the pieces of Frieza, then go into full freak-out mode when one of his eyes looks at him. Sorbet picks up a piece and sneers, just as expected of Lord Frieza. With this life force and the technology we have now, we can absolutely regenerate him. The ship takes off, leaving Pilaf, Shu, and Mai in the dust. With the pieces of Frieza twitching in some sort of containment vessel in the back, Togoma airs his concerns about bringing back Frieza. He was a dictator after all. Sorbet scoffs and says they had no choice. As soon as Lord Frieza and the others were defeated, both the inner and outer ranks of his forces fell into his shambles. They have no choice but to let Frieza reorganize them. Togoma wonders if he really possesses that sort of ability, prompting a shocked Sorbet to tell him to watch what he says. That is the evil Overlord Frieza. If his regeneration goes well, it will be alright. And besides, there's no need to pick an unnecessary fight against that Saiyan. After all, our goal is simply the rebuilding of his forces. With that, the ship disappears into space. Back on Earth, Gohan senses the key suddenly vanish, and wonders what all of that was about. Piccolo has a bad feeling about this. Off in space, in the confines of his recovery chamber, Frieza is dreaming, but living a nightmare. "I am the mightiest in the universe. That's why you have to die, by my hands." Sorbet, Togoma, and the other soldiers are watching over Frieza's restless slumber. "Mine. In dreams, Frieza relives his last moments on Namek, and his desperate blast against the Super Saiyan Goku with a shout of "You fool!" Frieza is obliterated once more. Suddenly Frieza awakes with a look of rage, the ship trembles and all the scatters break except for Togoma's and Sorbet's. The glass of Frieza's recovery chamber cracks and then shatters, spraying fluid on those present. Out steps Lord Frieza in his first form, looking thoroughly unamused. He cracks his neck and sighs, surveying the room. Hesitantly Sorbet addresses him. "Welcome back, Lord Frieza." Frieza eyes him. And you are?" Sorbet introduces himself as a former staff officer in the 3rd sector. Frieza at last seems to recognize him, saying he does recall having seen him, just a bit. However, he seems amused that Sorbet is leading his forces in East Place, but at any rate he appears to have come back to life. Sorbet explains that they have done so with a combination of the Dragon Balls and the latest type of recovery chamber. Frieza recognizes these as the mysterious orbs the Namekians had. Togoma interjects to say that he had a hand in reviving Frieza, and Sorbet hastily explains that Togoma is an excellent warrior, on par with even the late Zarbon and Dodoria. Frieza congratulates him offhandedly, then points a finger and kills one of his soldiers with a single energy blast. My skills have really lapsed a bit, he grouses, as the others look on in shock. My revenge might take a bit of time. Sorbet is taken aback. Revenge? Of course, says Frieza. After all, I will not be satisfied until I have obliterated those 2 Super Saiyans who did this to me. Togoma protests. This is merely a suggestion, but wouldn't it be more prudent to simply ignore them? More importantly, like before. At this, Frieza fires a second energy blast straight at Togoma's chest, sending him flying through the viewport and causing the compartment to rapidly depressurize. A second soldier is sucked into space while another hangs onto the hull for dear life, as Sorbet hastily orders the shields raised. As the other soldiers recover their bearings and help one of their own back inside, Frieza lectures them about how his forces have become quite weak while he was away. How can they, Frieza's mighty forces of the universe, do their work while trembling in the fear of a paltry few Saiyans? Sorbet tries to warn him off, saying that the Saiyan and Son Goku became even more powerful than that. This, however, amuses Frieza, who claims it was entirely expected. I merely have to become stronger than he is. Sorbet goes on to say that he defeated even Majin Buu. Though after that they have no data. Majin Buu, muses Frieza. Papa told me to never lay a hand on only 2 people. God of Destruction Beerus and Majin Buu. That Majin Buu, eh? Sorbet nervously agrees. Frieza is not happy. That is beyond what I had imagined. However, smirks the Overlord, isn't it interesting? Sorbet asks what he means. Since I was born a genius, I've never done such a thing as training, nor have I ever had any need. At this, he ascends into the air. I wonder what will happen if I train and draw out my latent potential. You mean, you'll be able to get stronger? asks Sorbet hesitantly. Well, of course, replies Frieza. According to my predictions, I will. If I train in earnest for 4 months, I should be able to snuff out even that Saiyan in the blink of an eye. Sorbet and the others are astounded. That much stronger? Frieza just grins an evil grin. So there you go, guys. This is the first chapter in a nutshell. This is just absolutely crazy. And also there's like a bonus speech between Bulma and Goku, and I'm not really amused at Goku's response to Frieza coming back. But I guess since, you know, Goku's a cocky Saiyan, and, you know, the last time we saw Frieza, well, the last time he saw Frieza, Frieza was incredibly weak. But just listen to this. Bulma says, but didn't Trunks from the future dust Frieza up into tiny bits? And then Goku says, they put all the little pieces of his body back together using a whatchamacallit machine, it seems like. And on top of that, since he was defeated by me and Trunks, he's got a huge grudge. And to win against me, he attacked after gaining the strength to progress / evolve further beyond his 4 transformations. Now, I personally believe, first of all, that his transformations aren't going to be physical. It's probably going to be like an aura change, because remember, Frieza's training, and I don't think that requires a transformation. I mean, if he discovers a transformation beyond his normal state, that would be pretty cool. But otherwise, I doubt that he's going to transform. And I'm just kind of surprised by, you know, what Goku said when he saw him when he was talking about Frieza, you know, coming back. He didn't seem really that surprised, but he was actually really excited. So tell me what you guys think about, you know, Frieza coming back. Are you excited? Do you like the way he was brought back, or would you have done it differently? Leave a comment in the comment section below if you're still here, and remember to smash that like button, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I will keep you guys updated on Fukatsu no F. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, have an epic day.